Hey everybody, today I'm going to go over my Orbiter 1, just got it put together, back together. In order to move this game you got to take the head off, so did some stuff to it, but really nice example. I wanted to shoot it first with the lights off because it really is pretty awesome. Everything about this game is, it's a very nice survivor. This is just some reflection there, but what I noticed when I first got this game is that the out hole, which is normally blown out on these, is completely intact. You've got a little crack in there, which I'll show when I do a walkthrough, but just kind of wanted to just try to run it real quick. This is really a game that requires two hands, and I'll kind of show the way this playfield is actually concave. It's actually a blown plastic playfield on top that's concave, so it's almost kind of like a swimming pool. I think it would have been cool if they would have made this game more of a skateboarding game than a lunar game, but it does have a zero gravity feel to it because the ball will actually come up behind where you open up the flippers to let the ball sneak by so it doesn't drain. I'm going to try to show that. It's hard to do with one hand, so also showing this game is for sale, so if you're looking at this because you want to buy this game, hell of a game. I will show it with the lights on as well, but really the beauty of this game is with the lights off and just with that the way the lights are underneath on it. It does have a 3D translite, and then it's got this bubble glass. Normally that's a flat glass. This is a bubble acrylic. It is in very nice shape. Few real light scratches that somebody who's way better than me could buff out. This mark here is actually just a reflection from my dining room light. So and I'll show it, like I said, I'll show it again. I put LEDs behind in the GIs because really on the old Stern Electronic games, you can't put LEDs without getting all fancy, and I just decided not to do that. So there's regular incandescent bulbs underneath the play field, but I did do LEDs behind the translite just because you can. So, you know, try to run this thing as cool as possible. Let's pause it real quick, and I will turn on... Well, actually, let's play a game. Let's play a game. Again, really need two hands, and eventually, hopefully, I'm going to have somebody over here that I can have shoot me, play it with two hands, because I've actually been playing the heck out of this game. But you can kind of see how it rolls around here. I'm going to put it up on my belly. I don't even think I can do that. I'm going to have to put it sideways. Put it sideways here. Let's see if you can kind of get a feel for it. I did a recording earlier where I actually put the camera up here, and it was pretty cool. So, let's see if I can get it. Old one take Dave here. But yeah, the ball just really, it's a real hoot. And I'll run through it with the lights on, but just wanted to kind of show just basic the ball play on this thing. It's pretty wild. Anyhow, all right, I'm just gonna get mad at myself. But yeah, spinners are spinning great. You know, and it's 100% functional. So the boards are absolutely clean. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But yeah, so this ball will just it's really neat. I don't know if I can. And what's cool about this, I'll show it when the lights are on. Just take a. I just don't want to stop playing. That's the problem with this game. It's All right. Okay. I'm going to pause it real quick, and we will show you what's going on with the lights on. So, be right back. Snap. All right. So, just to kind of give you a quick overview of the game. Oh, hey, okay. So, what happens on this game, these spinners actually have optos. There's a disc underneath it, kind of like a gas meter, and there's an opto that reads the speed of the RPMs. When you interrupt it, that's how it scores the game, is when it bumps on there, and you can hear the little noises. So bumping it, you can hear when it bumps on there, it actually slows down that wheel. And what's remarkable about this game is these wheels are in fantastic shape. Basically, it's a multi-ball game. It's got 2 balls. On your first shot, if you pull it back right, I've already landed one in here. You'll drop it back in here. You may have already seen videos of this. But then what you want to do is you drop your drops, and it drops that second ball. So now you've got 2-ball madness going on. Yeah, it's just really, this game should have been a skateboarding game, I think. I think it would have been way cooler as a skateboarding game, but it's about as cool as it gets. Again, that hole on most of the games I have seen examples of, this black piece is completely gone. There is a light crack here, but it's still fighting the good fight. As far as blemishes on this game, there's a little bit in here, but with the lights, it still looks good. You can pull all this off, repopulate depopulate it, and this can be cleaned. I'm not gonna do that. I might do that if somebody, wants to pay me to do that. I will do that, but right now I'm not doing that. So, all your drops are working. It's also scoring. These aren't slingshots. There's just, there's slingshots, but they're not, they're switched, but there's no slinger. There's no shooter. It's not powered by a coil. It's just basically run by the rubber. Yep. Oh man. So, yeah. Otherwise, all the targets are functioning. And again, we showed that. I don't want to get a big high score here, but yeah, everything on it's running. All the lights are working on it as well. Again, incandescence. Rebuilt the right flipper. Left flipper was in really good shape. Something cool on this game that I found out when I was moving it is it's got a couple voices that it uses. So the one call out voice that's very cool holds that one. It says shoot pinball. Shoot the ball. And I've gotten a few people have said they haven't gotten a multi-ball. I've gotten it. So to get the multi-ball, you're knocking down. So he says you've got the ball, and then it drops it in there. One of the cooler ones is when you tilt. Check this out. I think that's super cool. I love old Stern electronic sound effects. I'm in my upper 40s, so that's what computers sounded like, when we were kids. That's what they were supposed to sound like. It's the sound of the future. I'm going to pause this real quick. Let's crack open the back, show you the boards, and be right back. All right, just wanted to show. This is that piece of bubble acrylic, which is amazing. This game's from 1981. That it has survived. I mean, look at that. It's amazing. It really is. I mean, it's not. The corners are clean on it. It's in nice shape. For those of you at home, it's right after the election, so there's all sorts of election madness going on right now for the time capsule of it all. But yeah, that's an awesome shape. Then we get to this. The next insane. I mean, yeah, this thing's nuts. It's a 3D back translate. I mean, it's 3D. It's raised, and it's beautiful. I mean, I try not to oversell things, but it is in really. Look at that. It's just a nice. It's. Oh, when I came up on this game, I just said, man, this thing is amazing. It's a survivor. I don't know. The other ones I've seen, usually this plastic is got a lot more wear on it. I mean, really, I need to go over it again and clean it. I'm going to turn it off now so it stops being pissed, because there's no reason to run those motors. So we're going to turn them off real quick. I'm going to pause real quick, and I will pop this back glass because I want to use both hands, because if I break it, I will be very disappointed. Okay, and like you saw before, the displays all worked. Put in LEDs everywhere, but these are flat blinkers. You can't, with Stern, you got to get a special board or something to put LEDs in anything that flashes. I just go with incandescent. It's good enough. This is an old game, and I think it's got that. It's a nice look. But yeah, put in the nice LEDs behind, just because, keep it cool, keep that translight from getting hot. Yeah, every time. This board, look at how clean this thing is. It's just in such nice shape. I wish I could take credit for doing all sorts of miraculous rework, but I didn't. The connectors are just freaking clean. Nothing cooked. There's actually just the guy who had it before put numbers on the plugs, but nothing's burnt. Nothing's cooked. They actually put an NRAM in there, so you don't have to worry about any battery bullshit. Just a lovely, I mean, look at that. I guess I should. I mean, yeah, there's some dust in it. I haven't even cleaned this thing. It's just, basically I put the head on, screwed it in. When you do move this game, you've got to unplug all of these plugs. So actually, if anybody's looking for reference, including myself, I should probably just kind of take a nice pullback shot for the kids at home that are trying to figure out something they did or didn't do. Yeah, these all unscrew. I've unscrewed all those and screwed them back in. But yeah, look at it. I mean, that's the original Orbiter tags. And I mean, it's not brand spanking, like new in box, fresh new, but damn, this is from 1980, 1981. And I know some people that were born in 1981 that don't look this good. I was born in 73, so I'm not even close. But I mean, really, you can see it's fresh back here. It looks nice. Everything is just really in nice shape. I don't want to say this is home use, but you got to realize this game being from 1981, everybody smoked in 1981. Everybody smoked in 1989. I mean, I remember being a kid at the grocery store and, people smoking. I mean, they used to smoke in doctor's offices, But, yeah, again, everything's just really, the wheels. You've got a little bit on there as far as, they're not brand spanking new perfect, but they're good. The rubber's still supple. I'm pinching it. It's not cracking or anything like that. These are actually the original rubbers on there. I have not done a full shop on this. I've actually picked up, before I bought this, I found out it was available. Before I went and got it, I actually got a full Orbiter 1 plastic set because I thought, well, I'm going to need it. And so I've got the full plastic set. I picked it up at Marco's, $100. It's got stickers and everything. In all honesty, it doesn't really need it. The only plastic. Hold on one second. Let me put this goofy thing down. The only plastic that's cracked is right there. That's it. The rest of this game just needs to be, I mean, I just really need to clean it some more. It's got a little lift in here, and a lot of the old Stern games have it, but the thing is, you don't have the GI underneath the playfield. It's just one like neon strip light. So yeah, I mean, it's just it's in nice shape. I've got a brand new plastic set, so I may or may not do the whole thing. Just really depends. I mean, the rubbers are still in good shape. They're, you know, they're the originals, but I don't know. I just kind of like the way it looks with the original look to it, with that patina. But yeah, it's sharp. If you want, talk to me. I'll put the new plastic set on, or you can just have the plastic set and save it for later. Real simple removal. I mean, you just got screws on the top. It won't take long to do. I mean, compared to doing like a, you know, Last Action Hero, that is a totally different game to change stuff out on. This game is simply complex. But yeah, the plastics are in nice shape. But I do have a full plastic set for it. So let's pause it out real quick. I'll show you underneath, just for the kids at home that missed out on buying it and want to see what the hell this Orbiter is about. The cabinet on this thing is, I mean, look at it. It's just, it's a survivor. I mean, I really don't think this ever spent time in public getting the crap beat out of it, because this is actually a little tape. I've got to get a little mineral spirits and take that off. I mean, it's not, I mean, usually old Sterns, I mean, I don't think there's ever been a coin dropped in this thing, and if there was, it maybe one kid did it at the house, but I mean, this is all original. This is all original, you know? It's clean. I don't want to overdo it, but I'd say it's in pretty damn nice shape. I've actually got all the books that came with it as well. Look at that. That's the please fill out and return. This is what the operator would send in. The serial number on this game is 1273. I mean, yeah, I've got all. This was an old. These are all the old high scores. I mean, think about that. Back in 1981, somebody probably printed this out on their Commodore 64 and printed that up with the old dot matrix printer. Yeah, it's just kind of neat stuff. This was interesting too. This was in there. This is just like I don't know. It's like a form that they filled out. Stern Electronics test game report. So I don't know exactly what the deal is, but I mean, you actually put in full report, pitch of the play field, steep normal, you know, play meter readings. You actually turn this stuff in, and you sent it to Stern. So apparently Stern was taking records. I don't know if somebody knows better than I do what that was for. That would be cool if you could tell me if this was a test game. I know around here, we are in the Chicagoland area, so around here there were some arcades where they would send games out. Stern, Bally, Williams, Gottlieb, they would test games out around here. So this may have been a tester game that ended up at somebody's house. I don't know, but like I said, it's in really nice shape. You know, just short of just, you've got that little bit, and it's actually, it's like schmutz that's underneath. It's between the play field and it's like a three-dimensional thing in here. So it's just kind of some type of a buildup or something in there. I know I'd seen something on Pinside, but when the lights are on, you don't really notice it. I didn't notice it when I first looked at the game. I was just so awestruck by how nice it was. But yeah, we're almost at 20 minutes, so let me pause it out. I'll show you underneath the playfield real quick, just so you can kind of see some of the cool stuff. All right, so if the video cuts out, I'm just going to let it cut out. I don't know how much farther past 20 minutes my phone's going to let me go. So this is under the playfield. This thing is, it's crazy because what you've got, it's actually on a ski, which cracks me up because it kind of reminds me of what Deep Root's talking about doing. It's actually got a ski lift system, so it slides up, and then this lies down flat. But look inside this cabinet. Look at this. Look at this. This is from 1981. I have done nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'd like to say, yeah, I vacuumed it and did all sorts. I did nothing. I've done nothing to this game. It is just, it's very clean. It is a very clean game. I mean, look at it's very clean. It's a very nice, clean game. And that's the cool part about this. That's just that neon light that sits underneath for your GI, and that just illuminates through this plastic. It's like a blown plastic that goes underneath it. But yeah, rebuilt that flipper. This one was in good shape. It really didn't need it, so I just left it be. I'm trying to keep this game as original as possible. But yeah, it's everything you can reach in underneath and get to it. You've got, I mean, it's frightening, but they're solid. You've got these cardboard tubes that's almost like a poster. It's just a thick, look at that. How cool is that? And I'm trying not to fall in love with this game, but man, it is a really cool example. And it's just neat to see that it made it this far. Again, life in the capital is what I always say, but look at that. I mean, it's just crazy how clean this game is. I mean, look, that's the guy that put it together and did his check marks, and I mean, it's like he just wrote, I mean, you can still see, look at that. I mean, it's just, it's stretched rubber. Did this in 89. So, 89. 89? No. 80. It must be 80. This game was built in 1980, 81. So, I have no clue if this is a prototype or anything like that. I did check at Pinball Life when I went to get the rebuild flipper piece. I went in there and the game they had, the assembly was different. And actually the flipper Mac was different than this one. This is actually the flipper mech that's in this game, thank goodness, because Pinball Life had this one. When I looked at theirs, I said, I don't think that's the same as mine. This is actually a standard flipper mech that you can get from Pinball Life. The one that was on their game had like a double stack. It was really weird looking, which was similar to the Iron Maiden Stern Electronics game, not the Rock Band pin, but the Iron Maiden pin that came out that they made back in the 80s. It had a really goofy flipper assembly that only comes on that game, and it's really hard to get. So that's good news. But I don't think you're going to have to do anything with the flippers on this thing, because I rebuilt the one, and the other one is still, it's rock solid. I mean, it's not, there's no junk in it. It's good. And then, yeah, again, put in the new one there. But yeah, all in all, just a lovely pin. I'm gonna